Hey everyone, it's me, Pastor Bogat. Today I just thought that I would make a video based off of how individuals would look at what a Satanist would do. And what I mean by Satanist, by definition, it's just someone who just reveres the demonic, someone who really does love what they do with the arts or racial or any, let's say, demonized entity or deity. Well, with that said and done, I just thought that I should make this video to express myself because I get emails and messages that people feel that I'm doing the wrong thing. And what they really mean by doing the wrong thing is that I'm denouncing Jesus or I'm denouncing this Yahweh figure and I'm doing it for all the wrong reasons, as if I'm just trying to pick a fight and I'm trying to demean all other religions and belief systems. But you know what? I won't say that. See, the idea that I do this is only because that when you've been told that something is true your whole entire life, because it is a way of life for you and it's a culture, to only realize that your beliefs is just different than everyone else's. I mean, let's just face it. If you're a pariah, you're that individual that even if you're in that particular religion, though there are good times as well as bad times, but you don't necessarily stick to it the way everyone else, well, it's only a matter of time that you're going to end up leaving anyway. To me, I find myself not that much different than someone who's an atheist. Someone who listens to what their pastor is saying and their family, and they just don't agree with what the Bible actually teaches, regardless of what they say. So in other words, because the Bible is inerrant, that's their belief system, that's the Christian or the Muslim or the person who just believes in Judaism. See, if that's what they believe and you don't, well, don't get us wrong. And what I mean by that is, don't think that just because that we don't believe in what you believe in, it means that we're evil people. It means we don't believe because we're trying to be cool, or we do it because we're trying to hurt you personally. We just stop believing. That's it. You see, it doesn't mean that it takes away our humanity and we stop loving one another. Or if someone gets hit by a car, I won't sit there and I won't feel bad about that individual because, hell, Satan. No, that's not what we do. We don't just sit there and want to hex one another and this, that, and the third. That people may self-perceive a Satanist would have to be in their eyes. But that's not what we're about, or at least for me anyway. That's not what I'm about. I mean, how I see the world is a lot more different than how the next person sees it. I mean, when I look at my channel, I'd rather have one person that understands what I'm trying to say by my message, by allowing the world to see black magic and Satan as something not to be fearful of, but to invoke within one's life and to better yourself and the world. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, in my belief system, the world is like full of what I like to call the matrix. You probably hear that term throughout the spiritual community. But you know what? The matrix is some sort of system, some invisible system that, if you really think about it, it controls a lot of individuals in this world. I mean, once you break out of that habit or that routine that the matrix puts you under, you start to see things that others do not. And remember, it's in the spiritual community that we're able to see this. After all, if you don't believe what's being said, then that's fine by you, and that's also fine by me, because the video obviously isn't for you. But no matter where you're at on the spiritual measurement, either you be in the middle, the left side, or even the right side of the landscape, you do see that there is some sort of unseen power, some matrix that is in fact controlling matters. And being that's the case, I just figured, just like anyone else would, yes, that's right, I'm being a humanist. I might say that I'm better than anyone else. I might say that my beliefs are better than everyone else. I'm simply saying that in this landscape, we could all see the matrix in a spiritual way, regardless of what path you take. Either it be a lot more darker, the path that I take, or it could be on the opposite end of it, which is considered the light part of matters. And if that's how people want to see it, then that's how they see it. But don't get it twisted. Don't think that just because I see the Matrix and I see that people like to live their routine life and they want to believe something like, I don't know, the Bible being so inerrant. They want to look at those who are gay and say that they are not worthy of life in heaven or paradise, or the Bible is right even though it's clearly wrong. I mean, after all, these are just few points that really hurt my logic and it hurts my brain along with my heart, because people actually do believe that this Yahweh figure, this Jesus figure, is someone and something. Sorry about that, I just had to pause the video. But they actually believe that this being is something or someone who really wants to help individuals. I mean, granted, if that's what you believe in, then that's what you believe in. But from my perspective, looking at the Bible, looking at how inerrant it is, again, all it does is hurt my heart. Because if I see that this is not something that I believe in, and I do not believe in Yahweh, nor Jesus, nor do I think that their teaching is good for me, like I said earlier in this video, it's only a matter of time that someone like me to leave. And here I am on the left-hand path, and I really do appreciate all the work and all the time that I put into it, just like in these videos. Because honestly, when I look at Satan and I see what he has to do for me, and what he has done already for me, and lead me toward, it's not easy, because it's not supposed to. But I love the fact that it seems as if every now and then, he gives me a gem. And that gem, shockingly and amazingly, helps me to appreciate how to love myself, and how to also love others, and how to use magic, that black magic, that's right, to better other individuals. I mean, that's the point of doing YouTube, don't you think? To have a channel, have it grow, because of course I want it to grow, but if I could get just one person to understand that if they could also do what I do by learning black magic to better their lives, and that's what I was trying to include earlier, but I kind of got sidetracked when it comes to the Matrix, because the Matrix holds you down, and it's going to be alerted to anyone who wants to better themselves, no matter what form of magic that you're doing. I don't care if it's chaos magic, baneful magic, you're doing a money spell, whatever have you. If you are putting matters in your own hands to change your reality, the Matrix, or whatever it is going to look at you and you become a target. But you know what? I'd rather put on that burden for the sake of helping individuals to better their lives, because working the 9-to-5 job, living a life where you feel that this is all there is, giving servitude to a so-called salvation, see, that's not for me. And I am pretty sure that there are individuals out there that feel the same way as I do, that that's just not good enough, especially when you have weighed all the evidence and you see that it's just not good enough. So that black magic, your relationship with that particular demon or deity, you actually are strengthened by them, and you see the world for what it really is, and you want to help others. So it's less about self and it's more about helping individuals, or at least that's what my belief comes into play and this YouTube channel. Because granted, not everyone is going to like what I have to say, because it is very niche, and it is something that a lot of people are opposed to, because, well, after all, if someone came to your door and knocked on it, and then they wanted you to believe what they believe, well, you're not going to be handling that situation so well, because they just want to change your belief system. I mean, after all, that's why they're there. And don't get it twisted. Yes, I rather do change minds, but I know that changing someone's mind is not up to me. It's up to the individual. So you could kind of see me as like an activist when it comes to witchcraft and Satan himself, because that's what this channel is all about. Hell, the subscribers that I have now, I thank them so much for subscribing to my channel, because those are 7 people currently that I have on my channel that really do appreciate what Satan is all about and what the left-hand path is all about. And I say to you, hail Satan, because you see the finer beauty in life. And what that means is that you look at your witchcraft and you look at what you do with Satan and any of the Ars Goetia, or for that matter, any pantheon outside the Ars Goetia, and you see the benefits within your life. And you do not want to live a life of slavery, whereas you just go to a certain place and you stay there for a couple hours, get bored, and you fall back in doing what you're doing because you know that you really don't believe it. So why stay in the closet, whereas you can come out and really give yourself that benefit of the doubt, that when you say you don't believe it, see, you're not going to try to be disrespectful. You're just providing evidence in a humanistic way that I don't believe that it is right to hate someone because they are, let's say, homosexual or whatever have you that the Bible dictates for you, and have you judge other individuals. I mean, granted, I'm going to end this video by simply saying that there are positive aspects of the Bible, of course. And I do see that Yahweh at times could be quite loving. But at times and moments is not what I live for. I really want to look at the whole entire issue, the whole entire product before I even buy it. And that is something I did not do when I did become a Christian. But it's something that I did apply to myself when I became a Satanist. I looked at the whole entire picture. Granted, in time, things got a lot more difficult by working with Satan. But at least I realized that through this darkness, when Satan really does lay thick on you, or even myself, it's for good reason. And the end goal is that I better understand myself and I'm able to help other individuals by this channel for all the good that Satan and the rest of the Goetia have done for me. So with that said and done, see, as I end this video, I would say that if you guys that are watching that are not Christian, look, in an unapologetic way, that's something I will not apologize by making videos, because this is what I believe in. But for those who really do believe that Satan is for them and he does help them in their life, or at least you're curious about it, try him out. Try out other demons within the Ars Goetia, and you'll see that this is for you. Now, of course, as this video ends, I have to at least say routine things like please subscribe to the channel. It does help me out a lot. And also click that like button. And please click that icon, the bell icon, so that you can see my news videos. I love you all, and I see you guys all soon. Bye.